Okay, let's talk about Excel. You know that feeling, right? Where you're spending more time just fighting with the spreadsheet than actually getting any real work done? Well, this is for you. We're going to take your skills and turn that spreadsheet from a chore into an absolute power tool. And we're basing all this on the incredible insights from the Excel Power Compendium.
And really, it all boils down to this one question. Is Excel working for you, or are you working for Excel? So many of us get stuck in that grind of doing the same manual tasks over and over. Today, we're going to flip that script.
You see, most people are stuck in what I like to call the Excel productivity trap. But don't worry, we're going to start a little journey today. A journey from all those tedious manual clicks to a state of real automated mastery. And we'll kick things off with the simplest changes that give you the absolute biggest results.
And our very first stop is all about unlocking instant speed. Honestly, the fastest, most effective way to level up your entire Excel game is to get your hands off the mouse and start using keyboard shortcuts.
And hey, don't just take my word for it. The source material is crystal clear on this. It says, mastering these shortcuts is the single biggest productivity boost in Excel. Think about that for a second. It's not just a nice little tip, it is the foundation for getting faster and better. So let's look at a few must-haves. You know when you drag a formula down and a cell reference gets messed up? Hitting F4 locks that cell in place. It's a total game changer. Or instead of manually formatting your data with colors and borders, just hit Ctrl+T. Bam! You have a powerful, sortable Excel table. Alt+equals, that instantly drops in a sum formula. And my favorite, Ctrl+E for flash fill, it's basically magic. You show it a pattern once and it fills the rest for you. And when you're swimming in massive data sets, navigation is everything. Ctrl+Shift+L is the lightning-fast way to turn filters on and off. Need to select all 10,000 rows of your data? Forget that endless mouse dragging. Just hit Ctrl+A, and Ctrl+Shift+Arrow lets you jump to the very end of a column in a blink. Seriously, these aren't just shortcuts, they're how you take command of your data.
Okay, so now we've got speed. We're moving around like a pro. But speed isn't everything, right? Now it's time to gain real control. This next part is all about mastering your data, going from just searching for stuff to actually understanding it and summarizing it.
And let's start with one of the biggest upgrades in Excel history. For decades, VLOOKUP was the king, but it was flawed. It could only search in the very first column of your data, and if you dared to add a new column, the whole thing would break. XLOOKUP is the modern hero. It can look in any column, it can search left or right, and it's just way more reliable. So let me be perfectly clear about this. If you are still using VLOOKUP in your spreadsheets, it is absolutely time for an upgrade. Seriously, making that switch to XLOOKUP is going to save you so many headaches down the road.
All right, deep breath. Let's talk about the single most powerful tool for summarizing data, the pivot table. I know, they can seem intimidating, but they're really just four simple building blocks. You've got your rows, those are your main categories, then columns, what you're comparing against. Values is the number you're actually measuring, like the sum of sales. And filters just let you zoom in on one part of your data. That's it. You master those four fields, you've mastered pivot tables.
And that brings us into the modern Excel era. And this isn't just about a few new bells and whistles. We're talking about a fundamental shift in how formulas work and what our spreadsheets can even do.
So welcome to the world of dynamic arrays. This changes everything. Before, if you wanted a unique list of all your clients from a huge list, it was this messy, multi-step process. Now, you type one simple formula, like equals unique. Pick your data, and that's it. The results automatically spill into the cells below. And this is the best part. They update in real time if your original data changes. No more manual refreshes.
And here's the key idea that makes it all work. A dynamic array is a formula that doesn't just return one answer in one cell. It returns a whole set of results that just spill out. This is a huge deal. You write one formula, and Excel does all the heavy lifting, filling up as many cells as it needs to. It makes building reports so much easier.
And check out this other modern powerhouse, the let function. The easiest way to think about it is, it lets you give a nickname to a long piece of your formula. So if you have some complicated calculation you need to use over and over, you just calculate it once, give it a simple name, and then just use that name. It makes your formulas cleaner, faster, and way easier to fix if something goes wrong.
Okay, so we've built a pretty solid foundation here. We've got speed, we've got control, we've got modern formulas. So what's next? Let's take a quick look at the future and what it really means to be a power user.
And that future is all about working with AI. Tools like Copilot are like having an assistant right there in your spreadsheet. You can literally just ask it in plain English, hey, what are my top 5 products by sales this quarter? And it'll figure it out for you. You can even just describe what you want a formula to do, and it'll write it for you. You get to focus on the what, and the AI helps you with the how. And look, this power isn't just for general data. For the real specialists, especially in fields like finance, Excel is still the undisputed king. Functions like NPV and IRR are the bedrock of investment analysis. It just goes to show you, once you've got the fundamentals down, the depth and power of this tool are practically limitless.
And that kind of brings us full circle. We've gone all the way from simple shortcuts to AI-powered analysis. But all these tools, all these functions, they exist for one reason, to help you find the meaning, the story, that's hidden inside all those numbers. So the question I'm going to leave you with is this. Your data has a story. How are you going to tell it?